Hi, my name is Natalie, and I've been teaching and practicing tantric meditations for the past 10 years. And I recently opened this YouTube channel where I have been uploading videos about tantric masturbation and working with the sexual energy in a different way. I also do private sessions with men. I do them online and I do them face to face. And men basically come to talk to me about different issues that they have in their sexuality, and I help them understand where it actually comes from and what they can do in order to heal those things. Recently, I had a guy who told me something a little bit strange that he does in order to orgasm. And I did relate to this thing because I think I also do it myself. I don't do it in order to orgasm, but I can understand like why someone does that when masturbating, or even when you're having sex, when you have sexual energy in your body. I'll tell you what, this thing that he does. And because he never talked to anyone about his sex life, he never told anyone he does this thing, and suddenly just by talking about it and seeing like, oh, other people do it, oh, it's not that weird, oh, okay, maybe it's not something that I have to do, maybe I can, go on a little adventure with this thing, instead of thinking, oh, it's just something that I do and it's not okay. So what does this guy do in order to orgasm? And he told me he does it when he's masturbating by himself and when he's having sex with a partner. He's having the sex or masturbating or whatever, and the sexual energy is coming up and he's having a good time. And then if he wants to orgasm or to come, he tenses his body, but his entire body, like all the muscles. And he showed me how he does it. It's like his feet are like flexed out and his hands, and he's like, do you know what I mean? Because when he told me that, I immediately go back in my brain to the meditations that I do with sexual energy with myself, because I do tantric masturbation almost every day, and I've been doing it for the last 10 years, and I'm 41 years old, and I think that I feel healthier and younger thanks to this practice, which I try to convince you guys here on my channel to do, which is the tantric meditation masturbation. I do it daily, and I immediately go back to the last few times that I did it, and I'm like, recently, when I've been working with my sexual energy, at one point my legs have kind of flexed out really straight, and my knees were flexed out, and it was kind of from this sensation of something's overwhelming and I need to stop it. And so I clench, I kind of tense my legs, and it can actually happen throughout my entire body. And because I'm doing the masturbation as a tantric meditation, I actually paid attention. I actually noticed that I was flexing my body during these masturbation sessions. And then this guy comes and okay, so I understand the experience that he's having. The sexual energy is a very powerful energy. You feel it very strongly, especially around your penis, but it can go throughout your entire body, and it can be very stressful because it's a very tense energy that eventually comes out or goes up. But before it goes down or up, it's very tense, it's very powerful, it's like electrifying, and it can do that thing of tense your body. And this specific man needed to tense his body in order to experience the orgasm. But I think a lot of us just in general tense our body when we have sexual energy in our body. So it can be masturbation or it can be through sex. And I think a lot of us don't even know that we're doing it, because we never bothered to pay attention to ourselves and to our body when we're having sex or masturbating. The whole point of the tantric meditations is to actually bring our attention to these places that we usually don't bring our attention to, because we kind of want to experience the sexual energy, and we don't have our attention there. And then things happen to our body and we're not even aware of it. And a lot of the time someone, you could be having sex with a girl and she'll be like, why did you make that face? And you'll be like, what face? You don't even know you're doing these things when you're having sex. If you're lucky, you'll have a partner who's honest enough with you, and she'll tell you that you're doing these things and maybe ask about it, and you can talk about it because it's a good thing to talk about. But I think most of the times, especially if we're doing it by ourselves in masturbation, but even in sex, the partner won't always tell us that we're doing it. She might not even know that we're doing it, and we might not know that we're doing it. And the reason that I'm talking about it today, and the reason I talk about all these topics on my channel, is so that we can pay attention to these things. And it's not like they're good or bad. It's just like, did you notice that you're doing this thing? Did you notice that every time you have sex, you do this thing? Why do you do this thing? What does it make you feel? When did you start doing it? Can you try not doing it? How does it feel without it? So we're exploring our sexuality with a lot of awareness and love and compassion. And we're not trying to judge ourselves or criticize ourselves, or this is okay and this isn't okay. Everything's okay, but it's interesting that I do this and this and this. So I would like to suggest that next time you're masturbating or having sex, pay attention to your body, and not only your penis. So pay attention to all of your body and see if you have this habit of tensing your body, like, you know, like you're being electrocuted by the sexual energy. It could be only in your feet, only in your hands, only in your legs, only in your stomach, only in your knees. It can be anywhere in the body, but it's like this, like, pushing feeling. I don't know if this is coming through correctly, but when he explained it to me, I got it immediately. So if you have it, you probably get it. And if you don't, you probably don't, and that's okay. It's not for you. But if you do have this, let's start paying attention. When does it happen? How does it feel? Can I pay attention while it's happening? And can I stop and take a few deep breaths and relax my body? Because tension with sexual energy isn't a good combination. You already have the natural tension of the sexual energy, so that's tense enough. And if you're tensing on purpose, like your entire body, you're just creating more stress in your body. And it might make this man orgasm, but he's not satisfied afterwards and he doesn't feel good afterwards. And that's why he brought it up. He's like, I feel like I'm missing something. I'm like, well, yeah, you're pushing it all out. Pushing the sexual energy out of your body, and you're doing it in a very violent way. And it's violent in like the sexual sphere of violence, which is like pushing it out. Try and relax. So I told him, and I'm telling you, next time you're masturbating or having sex, pay attention to your body. See if you're tensing any of the muscles in your body. Try to stop when you've noticed this and take a few breaths and relax that area of the body, and then continue with the masturbation or the sex and see what it does, see what effect it has on you. You might even notice after you paid attention to your body in masturbation, for example, and you see you do tense it and you're learning to let it go, suddenly you might notice that, oh, when I'm driving, I also tense my body in that way. Oh, when I'm talking to my mother-in-law, I also tense my body in that way. And in those instances, I can also stop and take a deep breaths and notice that I'm doing that, because again, that's not a healthy thing. It's like sucking all the energy, and I don't think it's healthy. We're not breathing, there's no natural flow, and it's kind of stopping the energy from flowing, even if it's just in an interaction or a conversation with someone. And it's not healthy, and it can, you know, hurt our muscles a bit, and not a good thing to do. And if you do it, you'll probably know this already, because it doesn't feel good afterwards. So that's the tip I wanted to talk about today. I thought it was very interesting that he shared that with me. And because I have it a little bit, I think other people also do. I can tell you that when it happens to me and my body tenses, it's because I'm not 100% focused in the moment, and my mind kind of drifts away, and then my body starts to tense up. So now when it happens, I see that my body is tensing up. I take a few breaths, I go back to the body and back to the energy, and it's just like a sign that I wasn't 100% present, and bring back my attention to what I'm doing in the moment. So I don't get upset at myself for doing it. I just notice that I'm doing it. I'm like, oh, I'm in my mind, and then I come back to the body. And I just do that over and over again every time it happens. And I will also sometimes try and see what fantasy or what thought came up right before I started to tense my body, and maybe that's something that's creating unease and triggering negative emotions. So that's something interesting that I would like to explore in my emotional meditation, you know, once I'm done with the sexual energy. So let me know if these kind of topics are interesting to you and what you think about it. And you can also let me know in the comments what your experience is with tensing the body and sexual energy. And thank you for watching. If you did like it, please subscribe. I upload these frequently, and yeah, and I love making these videos, and I love reading your comments. So thank you very much to all my new subscribers and everyone who's been commenting, and I will see you in my next video.